Hi everyone, my name is Taylor and I work in marketing here at Random House. Today we have a very exciting Inside the Haunted House segment for you here. I'm going to be joined by my colleague who is one of our media buyers, but also our resident Halloween expert.
Hi,
Hi!
everybody.
You look
Technical
amazing.
difficulties. Yay, Mercury in retrograde.
I know, totally. Well, you look fantastic. And I've
Thank
let everyone
you.
know that you are our resident Halloween expert. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your Halloween enthusiasm?
Yeah, of course. So when the Random House team asked me to do some Halloween stuff with them, I was super excited because Halloween is my favorite holiday, and even in COVID, you could still dress up. You could still, this is a wig, clearly. I wish I had hair like this. But you can still, on your Zoom calls, Halloween week, everybody knows that, people are excited about it. So I am very excited, and we have our event that we're doing on Thursday evening. We'll have a bunch of special guests, doing some Harvest Moon readings, a tarot reading. There'll be raffles and giveaways. So if you haven't yet gotten a ticket for it, they're just $10, and it'll be a really great program. The raffle prizes are amazing. We have some gifts from Urban Outfitters, Harry and David, and a grand prize of winning the entire set. And there's also a prize if you buy tickets to win a free tarot reading with one of our authors. So I'm super excited. Obviously, today I am dressed in a cat-like fashion, a tiger-like fashion. Um, I will say that this wasn't entirely on purpose, but that I noticed that, oh, one of our authors, Cayman Chain, who wrote the amazing book Bestiary, it's, flipped or whatever, but I apparently have a sweater that exactly matches the book cover, so I figured we'd do like a tiger look today.
I
Um,
love it. That's
yeah,
actually the
so
book that my phone is sitting on right now to hold up the little tripod. So
yeah.
that's pretty funny. But yeah, so if you want more information on the event, feel free to visit the Random House Instagram account, and there should be information for how to get your tickets there.
Mhm.
Maya, I'm so excited for you to host this event. I think it's going to be really fun.
I know. I'm super excited. And, I'm just going to start doing my prep work while we talk,
Yeah.
because doing a tiger look in half an hour is as great as I might be at doing makeup. It's not that much time.
Yeah.
So while Taylor asked me some questions about what's going on, I'm going to be sitting here and doing a glam tiger look.
Love
For
it.
all those people who want to do a tiger costume or some kind of Halloween costume for their Zoom meetings this week, you could still look a little glam while you're doing it. So Halloween doesn't have to be scary all the time.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things I really miss about being in the office with you was like we used to have you would do like little makeup tutorials for us. You're like our
I
expert
know.
on
So
everything.
yeah, so for folks who don't know, one of the reasons why, well, one of the reasons I'm on and doing this is because we're going to do primer right now. This is just Elf. Oh no, it's actually Ulta. Um, but yeah, I am a huge makeup junkie, probably to the extent that is not mentally healthy. I have a lot of products. Um, and I'm priming just so that when I put my base on, it stays more or less. If you have oily skin, or if, like me, you have terrible allergies and your eyes water a lot, it's always tricky getting stuff on, but a little primer goes a long way. But anyway, going back to Halloween and COVID, so I was actually supposed to get married on Halloween this year. RIP Halloween wedding 2020, but we will be having a little Halloween get together. So it won't be totally, I'm going to use this camera actually for seeing as my mirror. So let me guys know if it's like terrible and you can't see, but this is actually Fenty matchsticks in cocoa. They're actually on sale at Sephora now, in case you are wondering, like, oh, like, can I actually even do this? Um, but yeah, so I'm a little disappointed about the lack of Halloween wedding right now. However, I do have an amazing Halloween costume this year. I will be Beetlejuice. And my
Oh my
fiance
gosh.
is dressing up as Lydia. So we're flipping the script a little bit, and we're super excited. I went the extra mile and got this like latex, like high quality. I don't know if anybody watches that sci-fi channel. I think it's called Face Off. They do the costume makeup. I'm doing this like literally like the latex bald cap, everything. So I'm still, you know, I'm gonna treat Halloween like it's still happening because like this is my thing. I'm not gonna let COVID stop me from, you know, celebrating Halloween at home. Or do anything really except for, you know, go to crowded bars and fight off college students. That part I won't miss.
No need.
One of the small benefits of this crazy time.
Totally. So what all goes into a Halloween wedding? Like, what does that even look like?
Yeah, that's a good question because we're still trying to figure that out. So the place that I'm getting married at has an indoor and outdoor space. Um, and the cool thing about it, now I'm doing some concealer, which may or may not help with the bags under my eyes. But I was originally going to do, you know, this big kind of layered kind of spooky fest, and we're still going to do that. So this is not to say that our Halloween planning is canceled, but you know, one of the things that we really felt pretty passionate about is making sure that the party is for everybody. So, you know, for us, Halloween is obviously like the greatest day ever. Like it's our Christmas. So right now I'm going to do like a lighter foundation to make like the light parts of the cat face. Mind you, I haven't done this before. So if it turns out looking wacky, then forgive me. We're all going on this amazing journey together.
I love it.
Yeah.
So what are some of like your favorite costumes of all time that you've done?
Oh my God. So if I had to say like favorite costume of all time, I actually it's a favorite just as like you know, just a memory of mine from childhood. So my family is also really into Halloween and comic books and scary movies and stuff like that. So I grew up in a strong like Halloween household. And one of the things that we used to do, and this is like, you know, we're not able to do this in the time of COVID, obviously, but we used to, you know, get dressed up and one of the times I don't know what I was thinking. I was like 8 years old or maybe even 6, but I thought a cat burglar was a cat who was a burglar. So little me like got like super excited, and like my mom had like all this like random stuff, and you know, I thought that, you know, a cat costume would make a lot of sense. And because I was always a huge cat fan. I have 2 cats named Mulder and Scully, for those who don't know. That's how crazy I am about it. But, and now I'm going to do, you can just get this in a drugstore, but it's just like a air spun, just a really, you know, standard, if you wear makeup at all, you might have heard of it. But I dressed up like a cat burglar, and I had like a little like page boy hat on, a purple corduroy blazer, and these little pants. And I thought I looked so adorable and cute. I thought my costume was like the best in the world. And as I went up and down the block to, you know, get my Halloween goodies, a lot of people were like, "What are you doing? Like, what is this costume?" And I remember there was this old lady on the block who would always give us stuff like apples or like oatmeal cookies, which is like, all right, like fine, but like that's kind of whack for Halloween. Like,
That's what we're here
give me the
for.
good stuff, lady. But the nice thing about that is that she was the only person who recognized my costume. So I was just kind of like, all right, like thanks for the apple.
Yeah.
Like you can't put razor blades in that one. But it was just like about one of my favorite Halloween moments because I was just kind of like, all right, I'm learning what it means to have a costume that's actually recognizable. So that kind of inspired me to be much more on the nose with my future Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
All right,
I
so I'm gonna do
remember
some contouring here.
I'm really impressed that you can do this using the phone camera while also having a conversation live.
Well, if you're a crazy makeup person, you can do. I used to do my makeup on the subway. Like I can do makeup anywhere.
Well, it's funny. I feel like some people during, this working remotely situation, some people are not wearing makeup at all, and some people are like doing makeup as like a fun way to like have a hobby or stay entertained.
Yeah, no, for sure. A lot of people, I have always been like, wake up in the morning, don't leave the house without makeup. I get that from my mom. She's one of those people who would do more or less a full face makeup of makeup just to go to the grocery store. So that rubbed off on me, and a lot of, like especially like trying to do stuff. When you're not really leaving the house, it just gives your day some structure, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then also you can do a little bit of art during the day too. So like I think of doing makeup as, obviously an art, because I really like the idea of, especially like with reading in books, like just becoming a character for the day or just a little while. And
Yeah.
I feel like, it's just a nice thing that you can do if, you don't do makeup often, or you're just kind of like, and this is also Fenty, kind of a highlightery situation. And then I'll show you what I plan on doing next. But it's just a nice way to like have some kind of stability in a time that's like kind of crazy. And then also
Mm-hmm.
like with the final product, like you look banging, like there's something
No cause
to be,
there.
yeah. There's something to be excited about when you wake up in the morning. At least that's how I see it. I'm gonna blend
Amazing.
this in. Hopefully you can see the
So
highlight. Can you see it?
looking, yeah, it looks
Yeah.
really good.
Okay, now
For
I'm
those
gonna
of
get
you,
into the part that I'm less certain about, and this is, maybe people can help me in the comments if this stuff is looking crazy.
yeah,
So I'm gonna go
well,
for like the part of the face. And I have some great
yeah.
orange colors. This is a palette by Melt that used to be on sale, but I don't know if it is anymore. So unfortunately, I can't make any recommendations in terms of the price, but a lot of these colors, like bright oranges, gold and stuff like that, that's like totally like online with what you can get from any major makeup company. So if you were doing like a look like this, just get a palette with a lot of colors, and if you're not using it for any particular like Halloween stuff, you at least have it for fun. Um, I buy way too much makeup, and I currently, Taylor can attest to this. I used to bring, I want to say like 20 pounds of makeup
Yeah.
for the tutorials. But yeah, like I have a huge collection, and it was just a fun way of like getting to know people, and you can talk while you're doing it, more or less, or at least I can. But it was just a nice way to like touch base with people and spend time with our friends in the office. So that's one of the things I do miss about being in the office, just being able to do some casual stuff like this. Um, yeah, so I don't know if
Yeah.
the yellow is showing up so much on camera, but essentially what I'm trying to do is set a base to blend in my other colors, because especially if you have like high pigment materials, it's hard to get a blend. So I like to put down a lighter color first that is complementary. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but this should be much more smooth.
Yeah. Also, for those of
Yeah.
you who are just tuning in, this is Random House Live for our Haunted House series with Maya Battle, and
Ooh,
she is showing us her little get ready look for Halloween. Um,
yeah.
and as a reminder, we're going to have this fantastic Halloween event on Thursday at 8 o'clock with spells and tarot readings and raffles and wonderful authors.
Yeah.
And you can
Also
get
hosted
tickets.
by me.
Also hosted by Maya.
Yeah, so if
Um,
you can't get enough of what I'm doing, then
if you like
you'll be
this,
able
tune
to.
in on
Yeah, if you like
Thursday.
this, you'll like that. We have a lot of really great authors. We just did an intro call with them yesterday, and I don't necessarily get to meet the authors that I work whose books I work on all that much. So it was exciting for me to be able to put some faces to names. Um, and everybody was wonderful. I'm super excited. They're super excited just to you know, connect with people and you know, get ready for the programming. So I'm super excited. We have a huge range of people, I would think, Taylor, who are
Yeah,
participating. So, you know, Halloween for a lot of people is like spooky, scary, but like also I think it's like a little bright spot in a really dark time right now. So you know, if you don't have any Halloween plans, like, you know, that's cool or whatever. Or if you wanted to have a Halloween plan, there are a ton of scary movies on. There are a ton of like, I'm really into like ghost stories or, you know, other things like that. Spooky stuff, fortune telling. There's just like a lot of things. Halloween's not just about ghosts, long story
totally.
short.
Um, do you have any favorite Halloween characters, either from movies or from books that you just love?
Well, I mean, Beetlejuice, man. Like, I
Obviously.
would hope that everybody in this chat has seen that movie. And if you have not, please do, because I would argue that it is one of Michael Keaton's finest performances. And I loved Birdman, and I think it was fantastic. I really enjoyed that movie. I went to go see it twice in theaters. I still argue that Beetlejuice is his best role, which he may or may not agree with, but that's how I feel about it anyway.
I love that. Do you want to give everyone a quick recap of your makeup steps so far?
Yeah, sure. So right now I'm using this palette here by Melt. They have a bunch of really nice oranges here. So I'm going to basically do like a half tiger face. And hopefully I'll have enough time for me to make some progress. But I am almost done with this part. Um, but yeah, I would love to know what uh, folks plan on doing themselves, because a lot of, you know, what my friends and I are doing is like pretty low key. We're having a
Mhm.
little, very tiny, socially distanced costume party. So, you know, I have a backyard. I'm blessed enough to have that space, which, you know, I appreciate every single day I wake up in all of this. Um, but a lot of folks don't have that. So, you know, if you're doing a Zoom party or anything like that, I would love to know.
Yeah, one of our colleagues here, Katie Toll, just commented practical magic forever. And I have to agree, that is definitely my
Mm.
favorite Halloween movie.
Oh yeah, so more Halloween movies. You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, Scream is the best," and I'm just kind of like, you know, there are better Halloween movies
Maya,
or
Scream
spooky
is my
movies.
favorite Halloween franchise.
Uh, okay. Uh, I mean, but that's the thing. I go for like, it could be campy. I'm not a huge fan of the kind of goofy Halloween. Um,
Hmm.
but like, you know, basically you can make Halloween yours. So that's the thing that I really love about the holiday. Um, and right now, sorry, I'm like trying to get inspiration from this amazing cat look that I found. So I'm using this little Wet and Wild palette right here. You can get that at any drugstore. Wet and Wild, actually, you know, as a side note, since I'm talking about makeup, uh, has a lot of great products for not that much money. So if you have been sleeping on them for whatever reason, definitely wake up, because they got some nice stuff right now.
Definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make a light enough kind of base in here. There we go. And do a little kitty style up here.
I love this. Where did you find the inspiration for this? I know that there was the book, but did you like look up a makeup template? Are you just kind of going rogue?
Oh, well, I'm going a little rogue, just because of the time. If I had more time, I would probably have like used like white paint and all that stuff and let it set for a while. You know, in terms of like how long it takes me to do my makeup every day, it's a while. Probably longer than most people would ever want to spend. But you know, for Halloween stuff, it's special. So you could, you know, I think you can probably do something like 45 minutes and call it a day. But um, anyway, going back to Halloween traditions, obviously, trick or treat, not a thing this year.
Yeah.
But what I've seen other people do, which I think is really cute, is just like set up something really cool and spooky outside of your house. And like, I mean, the candy part, obviously, it sucks to not be able to do that. But I think, and parents can correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of kids will just be happy to just like even see some Halloween stuff going on. And I know I live in Brooklyn, right by Diker Heights, and they do a huge, this is just lip primer, so my cat lips I'm going to try to do real quick. Uh,
I can't
don't
wait.
mess up. But I was like, this is what I'm doing today. Um, but I just feel like there are ways to kind of keep the Halloween spirit alive without, totally abandoning everything.
Hmm.
So here, and I don't know if this is showing up as gold. I'm hoping
I can
it
see the gold.
is. Can you see it?
Yeah.
This is Fenty. Also, obviously, I have a preferred brand. Also, their stuff is like relatively low price. I use it every day. Um, but I just feel like it's gonna be weird this year, but like it's a nice little bright spot in, this pre-election week. And
Yeah.
speaking of which, I will say this to everybody I get to talk to, but if you don't have a voting plan, please register. Some places you can register at the site itself. So if you don't have a plan, please participate because it's really important. And we're lucky enough to have the right to vote in
Mhm.
the US. So, let's exercise our right.
Definitely. Voting is so important. I hope that you all get out there and do it. Um, but I'm glad that we have this moment of Halloween just to kind of have something different and fun and like,
Just a little bit. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I haven't quite figured out what I'm doing for Halloween yet this year,
Yeah,
but
Taylor, what's the goods? What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know. I might do a little movie night or something. I mean, I'm such a bookworm that I may also just like curl up with a scary story or something. We'll have to see. I've been reading a
Hmm.
lot of those kinds of
What's
books.
your favorite scary book?
I don't know if I have
What's your
one.
favorite scary book, huh?
Oh my gosh, that
You
sounds
don't
like
have one?
what's your favorite scary movie line from Scream? Well, actually, I just finished reading Mexican Gothic not too long ago, and I
Oh, yeah,
am just
yeah.
obsessed.
So, yeah.
So
I'm so happy
haunting.
that we're, opening up our list to some new voices quite a bit. It's always great. This is I actually haven't used this before. This is like Kat Von D. This is another Sephora sale thing. Obviously, like I'm just kind of like always looking to get discount makeup to try. And this is very orange. That's what I wanted.
I
There
can
we
see the
go.
orange from here. It looks awesome.
You could see the orange from space, probably. I love it. So I just learned something new there.
Amazing.
um, but let's see. I'm gonna blend this out.
While you're blending, I'm going to do a quick reminder for those of you just tuning in that this is Random House Live with Maya Battle, who's one of our media buyers, but also our resident Halloween expert. And she is showing us a little preview of her
Just a
Halloween
little
look that's
preview.
right here.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's the part that things are going to get weird slash maybe exciting.
Okay.
Uh, I'm gonna try to do a catfish.
Oh my gosh, I'm like holding my breath for you over here.
I know, please. I need all the help I can get here. This is not the best pencil. This one's Elf. Don't buy it. Uh, it just fell out. So we're going to use a different product. I'm going to use lipstick instead.
Oh my gosh, my cat just ran out into the room and is like crying over here. He's excited.
I know, there are probably a lot of cat fans out there. I feel like books and cats just go together.
They seem to, yeah. Oh my gosh, this looks so good.
This is hilarious. Oh yeah, but in case people are curious or like haven't seen me hanging around on PRH socials before, um, I love doing events like this and the event we have coming up on Thursday. Um, and it's just like, working in book publishing has like so many perks. But one of them is stuff like this. We get to talk to you guys. We get to talk to the authors. We get to get a lot of opportunities that we wouldn't otherwise for like creativity and stuff like that. So it's always really cool to, be able to talk to you guys and share the love.
I'm like mesmerized right now as you're doing this. This looks amazing.
I know we started a little bit late. I can hang out for a little bit so I can, be able to finish all this stuff.
Yeah, I want to see
Uh,
the finished look.
yeah. I am more than happy to hang out. When Taylor and our intrepid events manager, Katie Darcy, shout out to Katie Darcy, for putting together every single event that Random House does and doing an amazing job of it. Um, and this is a side note, by the way, I'm using lipstick to do this. So if you don't have like a whole bunch of Halloween stuff, or like you're just like, oh yeah, I really could use like something black, you can literally I use anything for anything. Like I'll
Oh my
use
God.
lipstick as blush, I'll use lipstick as uh, you know, um like general eyeshadow, highlight, depending on the color. You could pretty much do anything you want with it. So that's hot tip
That's
now.
amazing. Does it make it harder to take the makeup off later if you're using different products in different areas? Or is it
It
just hard to get off no
can.
matter what?
It can. So I'm darker skinned. So when I use makeup that is darker, it doesn't necessarily stain my skin in the same way that it might stain somebody with lighter skin tones. But if you are, messing around with something, just like using a primer like I did earlier helps a lot. And making sure that your base is like fully set. And, I use some powder to set it. That usually will help with the skin staining. So, hot
Good
tip.
to know. You have so many
Hot
wonderful
tip.
tips for us.
I know. I was like, should I get a side job in doing makeup using my phone?
I mean, maybe. This looks so good.
I'm trying my best here, dolls.
How often do you play around with different makeup looks?
Every single day. Every day's
Every day.
Halloween for me. Yeah. Uh, I and not in a way that is just kind of like, oh, I walk around like super spooky all the time. I mean, maybe I would if I could, if I didn't have to be on Zoom calls all the time. Um,
Yeah, are you going to
but
Zoom calls later today with your full tiger face on?
that's the plan. I was I so it kind of takes me a while to put wigs on just because I have to like prep my hair and do all this stuff. So, I had this a phone call with one of our contact partners earlier, and I like show up wearing this wig, and it's obviously a wig, and they're just kind of like I was just like, it's Halloween all week long, let's just do it. But yeah, I fully intend on wearing this all day long, so friends and
Amazing.
coworkers that I'll see on the Zoom later today, I will be looking like this. So,
Now's your chance. Schedule a meeting.
I'll just schedule meetings so I can just like wear a cat face and have an excuse. This
Um,
isn't the best tiger nose in the world, but we're gonna work with that for
it's
now.
pretty good.
I think it's okay. This wouldn't necessarily be like, up to my style standards every day, but it's fine.
You have a lot going on right now, I have to say, so we can
Yeah.
excuse it. And
Thank
for
you,
anyone,
Taylor.
yeah, for anyone who's just tuning in, this is Random House Live, and we have Maya Battle here with us, who is our resident Halloween expert, who's showing us one of her little Halloween looks as a tiger.
Yeah.
Um, so one of my favorite parts of Halloween, and really October in general, is the snacks. All of the pumpkin flavors. Do you have any
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
Halloween treats that you like?
It's decorative gourd season, everybody. Yeah, I'm a fan of the gourd. I don't bake as much as I wish I could. One of the things, all right, here's something I'm gonna try to do, and this is I don't know what this is gonna end up like, so this is exciting. Um, but I am not a huge baker, and that's one of the things I miss about being in the office because Taylor here is a great baker, and I miss having everybody's snacks and
Yes.
eating cake instead of lunch, and
Leftover
all that
pizza
good
on the
stuff that you can do
counter,
in the
and
office. Yeah.
I know. But we don't get to do makeup tutorials in the middle of the day,
I
so
know. I mean, I guess I guess we could. We can like arrange it or something like that. Uh,
very true.
all right. I'm gonna try to. It'd be great if I had it the right side up. Since we just have a few minutes left. Um, and this part is also gonna be a journey because I want to see if I can draw in some tiger stripes.
Oh my gosh.
In a realistic cat way. So forgive me if it looks bad.
Is this an eyeliner pencil that you're using now?
Oh yeah, it is. This is also Ulta, and a lot of people I think are intimidated by doing any kind of makeup. Just because they're like, oh, what product should I get? Um, you know, what is a good look for me? What's a good color for me? And like with Halloween in general, I think it's just like a really cool time to play around
Mhm.
and see what works for you and have fun.
Are there any other fun like costumes that you're trying out this year besides Beetlejuice and the tiger?
Hmm. I think, one of all right, this I have to do without talking.
I'll
Um,
use this moment to plug our event Thursday so you can
yes,
focus.
please.
So on Thursday, Random House is hosting a Halloween event Thursday at 8 o'clock. And we're going to have a bunch of authors join us. Maya here is going to be our MC. There will be spells and tarot readings and raffles. So make sure that you check out our feed for tickets to that event. It should be a lot of fun and a fun way to celebrate Halloween this year when we can't all
Yeah,
get together.
especially if you don't have plans otherwise. Spend your Halloween with us.
Yes.
Books are our friends. There's, another great thing about working in publishing is that we get so many books and access to books, but then we also, get to share it with the world.
Yeah.
So, all
Nice. It's
right.
really coming together.
All right. What do cats look like on their faces? Okay. They have like a symmetrical thing that happens. So, like, let me see if this pencil will work here.
I'm like looking at my cat's face right now to try to figure it out.
I know, right? I was just like, this is the one time my cat's not bothering me while I'm on a video chat. So, like, this is like the one thing he could have helped me with. He's a jerk. Such a
Um,
jerk.
do you do pet costumes at Halloween?
I normally don't, because my little girl cat, Scully, is not amenable to being picked up or held, or she's very sweet. She loves people, but it's just not her thing there. So, uh, but my big fat lazy boy cat, he is. Wait, I'm gonna try to do this cat thing in the middle. He is very sweet and he'll put up with almost anything. So for our event on Thursday night, Urban Outfitters was kind enough to send me some swag. So I got a Baby Yoda costume that I'm gonna
Oh,
try to put this cat in and see if he'll sit for at least 5 minutes for me to actually take a picture of it, or maybe even have him as a special guest. We'll see. We'll see what he is actually going to sit for.
he's in the mood for.
All
Amazing.
right. So this makeup artist that I saw doing this before had this kind of cat stripe contour situation. So I'm going to try that.
Are there any makeup artists that you recommend following on Instagram?
Oh my God, there's so many.
So many.
Uh, I would say, I mean, obviously, I'm a Fenty stan. If you love Rihanna half as much as I do, those are just like, support the community, buy from black businesses. But then also, like, I just love her style. A lot of her looks can be, pretty simple day-to-day stuff, but then also, obviously, like the high glam, high fashion whatnot that a lot of us wish we could do every day, or at least I wish I could do every day. um Another great makeup artist is that who's a favorite of mine, Jackie Aina. She is fantastic and hilarious, and she's got some palettes and like collaborations with other brands like Anastasia, Beverly Hills. That's a great palette if you are looking to add to your collection. Um, and another great person, I love Nikki Tutorials. These are all like people I found on YouTube. I went down a YouTube black hole maybe about a year ago, following a bunch of different makeup artists. And ooh, um, I was just like, whoa, that's a little more stripey than I was originally intending. But you know what? We're going for it.
I
Um,
like it.
so I used to not spend much time on YouTube. I was kind of like, when YouTube first came out, I was just like, I don't get it. Like, why would I watch videos from random people? uh but you're watching a video from random people right now, so obviously there's a place for it. But yeah, there's a lot of great stuff to just catch up on, especially on YouTube if you're into makeup. But I highly recommend those makeup artists. There's a ton of makeup artists on Instagram, of course. So if you follow the hashtag, just like MUA or makeup artists, you'll find a lot of good inspiration, especially if you're looking for a Halloween costume right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to add back some orange in here, and hopefully it's not a hot mess. So in our last few minutes, while I try to, you know, get some more orange in here, is there anything that you guys are super excited about for this Halloween, one way or another?
Well, that's a great question. There's lots of comments for someone said the spicy pumpkin soup this time of year is amazing. Uh,
Ooh,
we have
spicy
some nice
pumpkin
smoothie
soup.
racks. Yeah, doesn't that sound good right now?
That sounds really good right now. I like, is it Hale and Hearty or some like kind of like casual lunch store brand or whatever? They do a butternut squash soup with pepitas in it, which I really love. Um, See, this is the part about the under eye that I always get frustrated with. Um, let's see what else we're gonna do.
About 1 minute
I think
left
we,
here, and I can't wait to
yeah,
see
yeah.
the final.
So what I would do to kind of round this out, obviously, if I had more time, I'd go back into the black. But the thing that people ask me about the most is how to do a waned eyeliner.
Mhm.
So I always start from the inside, going along my eye contour until I get to the end. And then when I get to the end, I flip this way and just draw away.
You make it look
Ta-da!
so easy.
This is after like many years. Like people will see me doing this on the subway and be like, "Why are you doing this to yourself?" And I'm like, "Cause I can.
And it looks good.
Don't tell me what to do." Um, but anyway, I hope everybody, one way or another, can enjoy their COVID Halloween. And if you're not enjoying it with us, I hope you enjoy it in a way that is safe for you and all of your friends and family. And I hope that, everybody, makes the best out of it they can. Because it's a tough time, obviously, but that doesn't mean that we can't have our fun when we can.
Amazing. One last little touch up here. Oh my gosh, so good. The whiskers.
I was like, how fast can I do whiskers? Faster than I wish I could. Slightly embarrassing.
This is amazing. I'm so impressed.
I know. I like wish I had more time, says the
I
person
really
who's like,
underestimated how long in my mind, I mean, I spend like 2 minutes throwing on mascara in the morning. So I was like, yeah. That's plenty of
yeah.
time.
This is like, I feel like if you're looking for a nice, like, low budge costume and you have, like, if you're like me and you have, like, a random sweatshirt or something that you could wear, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Why not? All right, so before we go, I'm going to do a couple of last things, and then you can just imagine that I had time to finish all of this. And hopefully you got some inspiration for your Halloween looks.
What are you
All
doing
right.
now?
What's next?
Yeah.
I am going to do the rest of my lips. So this is also a Black-owned brand called Woma. That's Uoma. And I found them earlier this year when a lot of people were focused on uh, and continue to focus on buying from Black-owned makeup companies. And there aren't that many, but there are some, so you can help support. All right, so this is about as much as I'm going to do for today.
Amazing.
Meow.
The
and,
perfect
and
ending.
yeah, isn't that a great way to end it?
It's so
Meow.
good.
So again, this was inspired by the book Bestiary by Cayman Chain. If you haven't picked it up yet, or if you are thinking about picking it up, check it out. There are a lot of great books, obviously, that we're going to talk about on Thursday, but of course, buy your book. It's a
Definitely.
journey.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Maya. This was so
Of
much fun.
course. It was my pleasure. I hope I see a lot of you guys on Thursday, and if not, I'll just see you around on the gram.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye.